Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna give y'all a story time, and as y'all can tell by the title, y'all already know what it's gonna be about. So I feel like ever since I got in the education industry, I feel like coworkers be like super messy. And it always be the females, of course. So, before I get into this story, make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you share this video, and make sure you comment below if it's like, you know, if y'all had an altercation with any of y'all coworkers at any of y'all jobs. Okay, let's dive in. So the names that I'm going to use is not going to be the real names, and I honestly don't care if the people see this. I mean, if I cared, I probably would never be telling the story. But yeah, so I have been working at this school for, it was my second school year working there, and they ended up hiring some new people. And I used to see her all the time, but we never used to really speak. But then there was another girl, and she reached out to me. And so we got cool or whatever. And then, like a month later after that, we all had ended up getting cool or whatever. So, you know what I'm saying? She was cool. And, I wasn't getting no bad vibes or nothing from her. She was cool. And honestly, she was cool up until this situation happened. So my cousin had a birthday party downtown at this place. And it was like, it was Punch Bowl Social. And so I had asked, could I bring my two friends with me, well, two coworkers with me, because there was another coworker there too. And so she said yeah, and so I drove down there and whatever, and we was cool, and like I'm saying, she cool. She wasn't a bad friend up until this situation. So we coolin' or whatever, and so everything going good. But then she ended up inviting her best friend, which I didn't really care. Like, I don't care. The problem was that I had seen somebody that I used to talk to. I'm trying to put all the information together. So I had seen somebody that I had used to talk to, and every time I go out, I always see him out. And I was like, dang, I always see him out. That's crazy. And so, as I saw him, I snapped and stuff. Like, it's annoying. So anyway, I had saw him or whatever. And, I just so happened to look down at my phone. And as I looked up, he had came to approach me or whatever. And he was like, hey, how you doing? How you been? Whatever, like that. Because I hadn't seen him in a very long time. And so I'm like, oh, hey, whatever. So I'm not knowing that this dude came with her best friend. I didn't know that, because this is my first time even meeting her best friend. I didn't even know how she looked, to be honest with you. And so, then I'm trying to figure out, what can I call her? I'm gonna call this, my coworker, I'm gonna call her Lisa. That's gonna be her name. That's not her real name, but I'm gonna call her Lisa. So Lisa was like, how you know him? I was like, oh, that's just somebody that I used to talk to. She told me, I think I said that somebody, so I don't know, whatever. No, she was like, no, for real though. How you know him? Cause I said that's my old, no, I said that's my old friend. It's an old friend about that. She was like, but for real, how you know him? Like, did y'all used to talk or anything like that? And I'm just like, yeah, why? She said, oh, cause that's my best friend, man, or something like that. She was like, that's the dude that I was telling you about that had took us out to dinner. And I'm so happy that I didn't never go with her, because she had invited me to go. Cause she was like, yeah, he paid for all our food and whatever. And I'm so happy that I didn't go, because then I felt like I would have been by myself. Because that's her best friend. Me and her just met. And it just would have been awkward or whatever. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. And so I was just letting her know, like, yeah, you know, that's an old friend. And he definitely was flirting or whatever. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. So then she, you know, asked me all these questions about the situation. Like, steady want to go, like, how you know him? Have he been talking to you? Like, want to do all this stuff. And I'm telling her, like, I have a man. I have a boyfriend. So, whatever y'all got going on, that don't got nothing to do with me. I don't talk to him. If that's her man, whatever. It's just like when you go out and you know somebody. It's Chicago big but Chicago small. You're bound to know somebody. So I can't help who I know, just like she can help who she know, because she know somebody that my cousin knows. So my cousin ended up seeing her at another party. So it's just like that type of situation. So she was just trying to ask me for all this information, and I'm like, girl, but I don't have time for that. Fast forward, we cooling, I'm cool, I don't care. Like, the night goes on. So then she like, do y'all want to go to some place or whatever? And I had ended up inviting my sister, which we've been friends since we was in 14. So I called her my sister, whatever. So I ended up inviting her, because she asked me like what I was doing. I was there and she came. And so it's my sister. I'm gonna say her real name, Tati. I don't care, because she ain't do nothing bad. And then it was Lisa, which was the messy coworker. And then it was my other coworker, and I'm gonna call her I'm not good with making up names. I'm gonna call her, it's the IKEA box right here. I'm gonna call her IKEA. So she's IKEA, the other coworker, and then the messy coworker name is Lisa. So Lisa asked us, do we want to go to some other club or whatever? So I'm like, I said, so wait a minute, you think I'm gonna be kicking it with basically my ex and his girlfriend just because his girlfriend or whatever is your best friend? No. I'm like, that's weird, and I'm not gonna do that. And so she like, she was drunk. She like, don't think of it like that. It's not like you hanging with your ex and his girl. Like, just don't think of it like that. And I'm like, what do you mean don't think of it like that? That's exactly what it is. Like, what you saying to me don't make sense. So I'm telling her, I said, no one is going to stop me from going into the building at all, period. Because motherfuckers don't own that building. But also, I'm not finna be kicking it with y'all. We not finna get no table together. We not finna do that. That's weird. And so, so my sis was like, I'm on whatever my sis on. So I'm telling her, I said, nobody gonna stop us from going nowhere, but I'm not finna kick it with them and be sitting at the same table with them, because I just feel like that's weird. Like, why am I hanging with somebody I used to talk to and the person that he talks to now? That's weird. So I'm just like, whatever. So that situation, it was just super messy. I didn't like it, and I didn't like the way that she kept on trying to force me to hang out with them when I kept on telling her no. So then I go home, and she ended up riding with them, and I ended up dropping my other coworker off. And so we ended up going home, because I think I had on some Crocs, and it was like a little dress code. They didn't know if they wasn't gonna let me in with Crocs or not. And honestly, I didn't care, because I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go anyway, so I don't care. So that's that on that. And so when I got home, literally as soon as I walked to the door, Lisa calls me. And she's like, I just want to let you know that my best friend and I met, that y'all used to talk, and or some bullshit she was saying. And I was just like, I don't care. And she was like, and I told her that you have a boyfriend, so you don't care about that situation, whatever. And I'm like, exactly, I have a whole ass boyfriend, so I don't care. Well, I was just trying to tell you that I'm not finna go kick it with y'all because I feel like that's weird. That's super fucking weird. That's just like me and my boyfriend, we hanging out with his ex, or me and my boyfriend hanging out with my ex. Like, that's weird. That's weird. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. It's weird. And so then she get to telling me like, oh, he this, he that, whatever. And I'm like, okay, I've been knowing him. I have been knowing that person. I think I met that person when I was like, I had to been like 18 or 19 or something like that. And we had met like on Instagram or whatever. And we had never met in person. And then he had got locked up. And then after he got out, but I didn't know what happened to him. And then he got out, and then that's when we ended up like linking or whatever. But other than that, it's like, I don't care. At the end of the day, I have a boyfriend. I moved on. I don't care about none of that. So, but like I said, I'm not about to link up with I'm not finna hang out with my ex and his girl. That's weird. So, anyway, so then after that, I was like, okay, I didn't like how she was messy, but you know what? It wasn't like she purposely tried to put me in that position as far as like inviting him and the girl, because neither one, when they got invited, they didn't know I was gonna be there. When they got invited, I didn't know who. First of all, I didn't know that her best friend was bringing somebody, which is like, first of all, I invited you to my cousin stuff, and then you invite your friend, and then she brings somebody else. But we're not even gonna get into all that. But I'm just saying, I was like, okay, I'm gonna give her another chance, because she didn't mean to do that. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna give her another chance. I should have thought fucking with her after that, because this next little thing that I'm finna tell y'all gonna be like, that's crazy. Man, y'all, that happened in January, because my cousin's birthday is in January. So that happened in January. Next is my birthday, which is February 6th. So this is literally not even a whole month. Not even a whole month. Because my cousin's birthday is January 18th and my birthday February 6th. And I think I did something, yeah, the weekend of my birthday. So literally this wasn't even a whole month or whatever. So I had my birthday then. First of all, my birthday was February 6th. It was on a Thursday. So my mom was like, oh, we should go to Tilly's or whatever. So I was like, oh, cool, let's go to Tilly's. So me and my mom and my little sister and my boyfriend went to Tilly's. So before we even went to Tilly's, I don't know if, and I don't want to sound cocky, but I don't know if people be like hating or feeling a little jealousy, or just feel some type of way about me, or people just feel like, oh, I'm so nice that I'm just gonna, that they could treat me any type of way. Like, I honestly don't know what the fuck it is, but that once you cross me and then I give you a chance and you do it again, it's over. Because first of all, you're lucky if I give you another chance, but whatever. So it was my birthday and motherfuckers was asking me like, oh, what you doing? So this is another kind of situation with, this is definitely a situation with Lisa, but also IKEA was in it now. So she like, what you doing for your birthday? And I told her what I'm going to do on a Thursday. And she was like, oh, that's going to be ladies night. It's going to be quiet and I'm definitely not going. But I didn't invite you. So I didn't invite you though. You asked me what I was doing on my birthday, and I told you what I was doing, and I did not invite you. So then Lisa asked me the same thing, and then she said like she'll come or whatever, and I'm like, okay, well if you want to, that's cool, but I don't really care. So she was like, call me when you leave out. So I called her, she didn't answer the phone, and I already knew that she wasn't going. But my thing is, you said call you, so I'm gonna call you. That way you can try to make it be like, oh, well, you ain't called me, so that's... No, it was you, bitch. I called you. You didn't answer the phone. She said she fell asleep. I don't know. I don't feel like she was telling the truth. And honestly, I don't give a fuck. I'm just put that out there. I don't care. Okay, so IKEA had helped me plan my birthday. She had told me about the restaurant, and she had told me about the whole little dig or whatever. And the funny thing about it is that she said that she didn't have nothing to do that weekend, and she helped me plan it. And she didn't show up Friday. She didn't show up Saturday. And it was like, it hurt my feelings a little bit. But what really hurt my feelings is that you still went somewhere on that Friday, but decided to not go nowhere me. And then you said that you was gonna be there Saturday. Yeah, I ain't talked to you none Saturday at all. And the two places that I went, to the restaurant and to the little lounge club, whatever you want to call it, was close to her house. But I let that shit slide. But now that I'm thinking about it, like, that really bothered me. It just really bothered me. And so it's like, you could have just... I hate people avoid me. Just say you're not going to come, you're not going to make it. I hate people avoid me. It just don't make sense to me. Because it's like, oh, we talk all day, every day, but as soon as my birthday came around, as soon as the weekend came, you wasn't saying anything to me, and you was being real dry with me. So it's just like, any other time anything just bothering you, you would tell me. So you can't be like, oh, it's just, oh, I didn't feel this way, but you never told me that. But you can tell me anything else, but you just said, like, okay, IKEA, skirt. Back to Lisa. So we cooling, we at the dinner table, we eat our food, and everybody like, what y'all want to do? And I'm like, okay, let's see what we want to do. So then we look up the promontory, and the promontory just so happened to have $12 tickets. So I'm like, okay, cool, let's just go here down the street from the restaurant. Cool. I'm like, damn, I drove my car, I want to get drunk and I don't want to drive back home. So she say, drive home, because she had to go home to go do something, and she'll drive me back to the club. And then my actual friend, she said that she was gonna she was like, I'll take you back home. I said, okay, cool. So I drive home, and wait, let's rewind. At the table, she said, can she invite her friend? Now, I feel like she was being real slick when she said that, because she usually calls the girl her best friend. She never say regular friend, she say best friend. So I'm like, okay, yeah, cool. But I'm not thinking that she finna invite the friend who was talking to my ex, and I met her like on some messy type shit, and we never like reconciled that. You get what I'm saying? So whatever. So fast forward, I get home, and she's like, okay, we'll come pick you up. Because the plan was for me to drive home so that my friend can take me home. Not to drive to her house. Not to drive to her house and then my friend drop me off at her house, and then I still got to drive my car back home. That wasn't the plan. So then I call her when I get in there. No, she calls me and I said, yeah, I just pulled up. So, bitch, I'm waiting on y'all to come get me. Y'all, whoever the fuck it is. So she like, what you finna do? Because we finna pull off. I said, what you finna do? Because we finna pull off. I said, you was supposed to come over here and get me. Because she said I was calling my boyfriend because he was going to go out with us. But then I was like, no, you don't have to come out with us because it's all girls anyway. And if he wants to get none of his friends to go, then it was like, okay, cool. So You said that you was gonna, you know what I'm saying, bring me back to the club so my actual friend can take me home. So you talking about something, what you finna do, because we finna pull off. I'm like, you said you was finna come get me. And so I just got so mad and I hung up on her. Because, bitch, fuck is you talking about you finna pull off? So I called my boyfriend and I'm telling him what's going on. And I told her, and I was telling him, like, she invited that damn girl that I didn't want to invite. And I'm like, I drove all the way home. And I was crying because I was like just super pissed off because I wasted, first of all, the restaurant was in Hyde Park. The promontory is in Hyde Park. It was literally 5 minutes away. I drove all the way home in the hundreds for no fucking reason. Wasting my time and wasting my motherfucking gas when I could have just stayed over there and stayed in that park and got in a car with my friends and they could have driven me back to my car. Like, I was already parked. I wouldn't have to find another park. So it's just like a lot of time was wasted, so I was really pissed off. And so my boyfriend was basically just telling me, like, you know what I'm saying, fuck her, it's your birthday, you got your own car, you don't need to be riding in the car with nobody anyway, that's what you got your own car for. So I'm like, cool. Basically give me like a little pep talk. So I'm like, okay, cool. So then I end up calling my sis and I end up calling my other friend because they was in the car together. They was waiting on me to come back. And so I had told them what happened. So they was mad as hell too. So then I had ended up driving back. And while I'm driving back on the expressway, Lisa texts me this long message telling me, I'm sorry, I thought you had stuff figured out, whatever. And I'm like, what did you mean you thought that I had something figured out when you the one said that can't ride back with you? I would have never drove back home. So what are you talking about? You sorry, you thought I had something figured out. And you knew you did me bogus because I hung up on you and then you texted me that. So you knew that you was giving me bogus anyway. So I don't know if your best friend was making you do that or whatever the case may be. But girl, fuck you. So then so when I finally make it there, I get in the car with my friends, my cousin, and we drinking or whatever, and we waiting to go in because the doors opened at 9, but we didn't want to go in right away. So we end up drinking and stuff, talking and taking pictures and stuff, and then we go in at 11 o'clock. So Lisa calls my phone and I get a phone to my cousin. So my cousin answers the phone and she like, oh, y'all already in the club. I ain't know y'all was going straight in. Bitch, you talking about something? We already in the club. You ain't know we was going straight in. What are you talking about? It opened at 9 o'clock. We came in at 11. Talking about something nobody told you. Yeah, you would have knew that if you never would have even left me. So my thing is, from 9 to 11, what the fuck was you doing? Like, whatever. So then we taking our shots or whatever, and we drinking and we dancing and stuff like that. We having fun. And so she comes in, and guess who the fuck comes in with her? The best friend that she basically was hiding. I feel like she was hiding the fact that it was her because she ain't never want to say her name, or she ain't never want to say my best friend. You know how people is. They call their best friend, and their regular friends their friends. But she was trying to switch it up and be different. So she come in or whatever, and I'm just really not really phasing her because it's like, oh, it's my birthday. I'm not finna, you know what I'm saying? I'm not finna let her ruin it. So then it was like, she stayed for like an hour. And then she like, oh, I'm tired. I'm finna go home or whatever. And I'm like, okay, bye. Because at this point, I'm irritated because literally on work nights, she would be out till 4 or 5 o'clock in the fucking morning. Every fucking weekend, she's out. But as soon as my birthday weekend comes, you're tired. Okay, cool. Because I don't want to be around you, and I don't want to be around your best friend. So, I really just don't get no fuck. So, it is what it is. And so, after that, like, I was just so done with Ikea and so done with Lisa. I just could not. I honestly just could not. And like, I went to work and I was very cordial, but I was really just kind of like staying to myself. Like, I would talk to them, but it wasn't ha kiki like it usually was. Like, and it was like when they was inviting me to go to places, I was like always going. But when it came to my birthday and motherfuckers did that, then I wasn't going. I didn't care no more. Just like with Ikea, when she did that shit for my birthday, I was like, she has, like, I was literally, anytime she asked me to go somewhere, I was going with her. But it's like, no, I'm not finna do that shit no more. And I don't know what it is about females. Like, I know that I'm a really good friend. Any friend I ever had, they always tell me how good of a friend I am. And I'm just like, I literally don't know what the fuck be wrong with y'all. But y'all bitches is weird. And I don't have time for that weird shit. And y'all can mix me with that motherfucking bullshit. But that's my story time about how my coworker, basically, I feel like I was set up on my birthday, but whatever. That was basically the 2 occasions when she was messy. And I was like, okay, when she did that shit that second time, I'm just like, that shit did, I don't have time for that. And I don't know, I don't even know what to say right now. I just feel like super like irritated, because it's like you be wanting other female friends and stuff like that, but then bitches start doing that weird ass shit, and you be like, okay, well, I don't want no friends. I don't want no friends. I don't want to deal with y'all. And it's just really just fucked up, because I do want more friends and more female friends, a lot, and I want more friends that do what I do as well. Like, I'm a makeup artist, I create t-shirts, I create glasses, like wine glasses, and I do custom stuff. And I want more friends like that, and more like friends in general, positive people that push you, you push them, support you, support them. But I don't know, it's like I be trying with motherfuckers. I really be trying to be people's friend and be nice, but that shit dead. That shit is totally fucking dead. I'm at a new job, and it's like the people, if they flocking to me and they super nice, and I feel like I'm gonna fuck with them, but I'm gonna fuck with y'all, and I'm gonna put a boundary. It's a boundary, because that's my thing. I'm super fucking nice, and I'm just so giving, and I'm just so loving, and I'm just so positive off back. And then when you do some fucked up shit, now my feelings hurt because of that shit. But from now on, no, nope. But I hope y'all enjoyed this story time. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share my video. Comment down if you ever had any altercations when it came to work, no matter if it was a messy dude or messy female. Just comment below. Tell me your story, even if it's just a little bit of it. Tell me your story, because bitches is weird, and we don't got time for that.